Hello, passionate Celtic FC fans. This is Celtic Central News, your exclusive source for Celtic updates. Before we kick off, we appreciate the incredible support. If you love Celtic, subscribe now, hit like, and let's build this community together. Now, on to the latest news. A warm welcome to new subscribers. Your support is crucial. Hail, hail. Rumour has it that Celtic Park is about to welcome one of the most exciting young fullbacks in the Championship, Harley Mills, the 19-year-old who's been lighting up the left flank for Coventry City. Word from the inside is that the Hoops have moved swiftly, sealing the deal before the January window even opens. Mills, known for his fearless overlapping runs, his wicked left foot, and the kind of confidence you don't usually see in players his age, is said to have agreed personal terms with Celtic earlier this week. The move has already sent a buzz through the Scottish football scene, with fans imagining what his arrival could mean for the club's ambitions in Europe. The Hoops have been craving that injection of youthful energy and aggression down the flank, and Mills might just be the missing piece. Sources close to the player say he's thrilled about the idea of playing in front of the Parkhead faithful, a fan base known for turning rising talents into household names. For him, this isn't just a transfer, it's a leap into the spotlight, a chance to prove that the Championship's brightest gem can shine on the grandest Scottish stage of them all. And here's where the rumour gets even juicier. Mills is reportedly eager to form an explosive partnership with none other than Kieran Tierney should the Arsenal loanee make his long-anticipated return to Celtic next season. Imagine that for a second. Tierney, the prodigal son, linking up with a teenager cut from the same attacking-minded cloth. Insiders are whispering that Celtic's management sees this as a potential long-term master plan. Mills learning under Tierney's wing, the pair rotating between defensive duties and marauding forward bursts that could terrorize opposition defenses in Scotland and Europe alike. The tactical flexibility that combination could offer is mouth-watering for any manager, but particularly for Brendan Rodgers, who's always favored dynamic fullbacks capable of inverting and attacking space. Mills, by all accounts, has studied Tierney's game for years, citing him as a major influence growing up. The thought of now sharing a dressing room with his idol has reportedly left the youngster speechless. It's a move that feels symbolic too, a passing of the torch from one generation of Celtic fullbacks to the next, blending experience, passion, and raw potential into something truly thrilling. Those close to the Celtic camp are already calling this transfer the statement signing of the season. And while Mills might not yet have the global recognition that Tierney enjoys, scouts across Britain have been raving about his rapid development. At Coventry, he was a revelation. His blend of pace, defensive maturity, and attacking instinct made him stand out even among seasoned professionals. What really caught Celtic's attention, though, was his attitude. Coaches describe Mills as relentless, the first to arrive at training, the last to leave, always seeking feedback on how to improve his crossing accuracy or timing his recovery runs. That hunger, that obsession with progress is exactly what Celtic need as they push to reclaim their dominance domestically and make deeper runs in European competitions. Supporters are already flooding social media with excitement, comparing Mills to the likes of Andy Robertson and Aaron Hickey, both of whom made similar leaps from local promise to international stardom. If the rumors are true, Mills won't just be filling a gap. He'll be redefining what it means to wear the green and white hoops down the left flank. Behind the scenes, There's also talk about how Celtic managed to fend off interest from several English Premier League clubs, including Brighton and West Ham, both of whom reportedly sent scouts to watch Mills earlier this autumn. The lure of regular first-team football, coupled with the chance to play European nights under the floodlights of Celtic Park, proved decisive. Sources claim Mills was impressed by Brendan Rodgers' personal touch during negotiations, and the manager apparently showed him detailed clips of how he'd fit into Celtic's system, demonstrating the faith and long-term vision the club had in him. It's said that this gesture left a lasting impression, convincing Mills that this move wasn't just about business but about belief. Celtic have long prided themselves on nurturing young talents into global stars, and the signing of Mills fits that blueprint perfectly. It's a calculated risk, but one that could pay off spectacularly. In a market where raw potential often comes at a premium, Celtic might just have struck gold once again, securing a player who could define the club's next era of attacking football. Fans on social media can't stop talking about the possible chemistry between Mills and Tierney should the latter's rumoured return from Arsenal materialise. The idea of two Scottish fullbacks with boundless energy bombing up and down the wings, overlapping and interchanging, evokes memories of classic Celtic sides that dominated both domestically and abroad. The Hoops have lacked that level of intensity on the flanks since Tierney's departure, and Mills' arrival could reignite that fire. It's not just about nostalgia, it's about evolution. Mills represents the next step in the modernization of Celtic's backline, technically sharp, tactically adaptable, and fearless in one-on-one duels. The buzz among pundits is that this signing signals a clear statement of intent that Celtic aren't content with merely defending their Scottish crown, but are gearing up to become genuine European contenders again. There's a sense that something is brewing at Parkhead, something electric, something transformative, and Mills might just be at the heart of it, carrying not only expectation, but the hopes of a fan base craving that next great homegrown hero to wear the badge with pride and passion. If there's one thing Celtic supporters adore, it's a player who leaves everything on the pitch. And Mills has built his reputation on exactly that. His commitment, his willingness to track back even after surging runs, and his hunger to learn have drawn comparisons to a young Tierney. It's poetic, really, how their stories seem to intertwine. Both came from humble beginnings, both fought their way up through youth systems where nothing was handed to them, and both possess that unmistakable fire that defines a Celtic warrior. The timing couldn't be better either, with the club aiming to refresh its defensive options and inject new life into the lineup. Mills's arrival feels like the start of a new chapter. Whispers suggest the unveiling could happen soon, possibly timed with a big home fixture to give fans that emotional lift heading into the festive period. Whether it's official tomorrow or next week, one thing's for sure: Harley Mills has already captured the imagination of the Celtic faithful. And in Glasgow, that's half the battle won before you've even kicked a ball. As the excitement continues to grow around Harley Mills' move to Celtic, insiders are starting to reveal how the transfer unfolded behind closed doors. Apparently, the deal was months in the making, with Celtic scouts monitoring Mills since early spring. They were captivated by his composure under pressure, especially during Coventry's playoff push last season, and where Mills displayed maturity beyond his years. What impressed them most wasn't just his pace or technical ability, but his leadership on the pitch. Despite being one of the youngest in the squad, he was constantly barking instructions, rallying teammates, and demanding higher standards. traits that Celtic's recruitment team values deeply. Sources suggest Rodgers personally pushed for the signing after analyzing hours of footage, convinced that Mills' mentality aligns perfectly with the club's culture, and while the fee hasn't been confirmed, it's rumored to be around $4 million, a bargain for someone with such high upside. The buzz in Glasgow's football pubs has been unstoppable, with fans already debating how Mills will fit into the tactical setup. Some say he'll be used as a traditional overlapping fullback. Others believe Rodgers will mold him into an inverted left-back, drifting into midfield to control possession. Either way, excitement is through the roof. The potential reunion between Mills and Tierney has added an emotional layer to this whole story. Tierney, a boyhood Celtic fan himself, has reportedly spoken highly of Mills in private, admiring his directness and raw ability. People close to Tierney suggest he sees a bit of himself in the youngster. That same drive, that same fearless energy. There's talk that Celtic's long-term plan is to build a left-side partnership so dynamic it could become the club's new trademark. Imagine Tierney driving inside with his trademark bursts, while Mills overlaps to deliver a pinpoint cross. It's the kind of chemistry that could define games. And for Celtic fans, it's a tantalizing vision. They've long craved the return of that aggressive, high-tempo style that once made European nights at Parkhead so unforgettable. Mills could be the spark to reignite it, bringing flair, ambition, and a touch of youthful chaos. The rumor mill has been relentless, with even ex-players chiming in on social media, calling the move a masterstroke. Whether Tierney officially returns or not, the thought of a young player coming in who idolizes him could be the emotional bridge Celtic have been missing since his departure. Mills's signing also reflects a broader shift in Celtic's recruitment philosophy, one that blends immediate impact with long-term vision. The club seems determined to move away from short-term fixes and focus on developing sustainable talent capable of carrying the team for years to come. In many ways, Mills embodies that philosophy. At just 19, he's still raw, but his ceiling is sky-high. Analysts within the Scottish game believe this could be a transformative signing, not just for Celtic, but for the league as a whole. If he thrives, it could set a precedent, encouraging more young English talents to consider moves north of the border instead of languishing on Premier League benches. The Scottish Premiership has quietly become a breeding ground for young, fearless footballers, and Mills could be the latest in a growing line of success stories. Brendan Rodgers' ability to nurture and elevate such players will be tested again, but if anyone can turn potential into production, it's him. And with the way Mills is reportedly approaching his pre-season preparation, studying the club's playing patterns and immersing himself in Glasgow's footballing culture, it seems he's already committed to making an impression from day one. Before we proceed, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to receive all exclusive news about Celtic FC. Don't miss any details about your favorite team. It's extremely important for Celtic FC fans. It's interesting, too, how Mills's arrival ties into Celtic's broader ambition to recapture their European identity. The Hoops have spent the last few years re-establishing dominance domestically, but there's always been that hunger to make waves on the continental stage again. Signing players like Mills, young, bold, technically sharp, represents an evolution in how Celtic see themselves. Rather than simply buying experience, they're investing in potential that can grow with the club's European ambitions. There's a sense that this isn't just about footballing ability, but about character. Players who thrive under pressure, who embrace the roar of 60,000 fans under the Parkhead lights. And Mills fits that bill perfectly. Reports suggest He's already been briefed on the club's European legacy, from Lisbon Lions to the modern-day greats, and he's said to be in awe of the opportunity. It's not hard to see why, for a 19-year-old who grew up watching clips of Tierney and Scott Brown, stepping onto that stage isn't just a dream, it's destiny. And if he plays the way he trains, it won't take long before the Celtic faithful are singing his name from every stand. Behind all the excitement, though, there's still a note of cautious optimism among the coaching staff. They know that transitioning from the Championship to Celtic comes with massive pressure. Not every player adapts instantly to the intensity of Scottish football or the expectations that come with wearing the green and white. Mills will be tested physically and mentally from the moment he steps onto the training pitch. But insiders say Rodgers has already drawn up a gradual integration plan designed to ease him into the system without overwhelming him. Early indications suggest the coaching team sees him as more than just a squad player. They view him as someone who could anchor the left side for the next decade. That kind of faith doesn't come lightly. It's also said that Mills has been working closely with sports psychologists and conditioning coaches to prepare for the move, demonstrating maturity beyond his years. For Celtic, it's about more than signing talent. It's about signing character, and Mills, by every account, seems to have both in abundance. Now, as the deal inches toward official confirmation, all eyes turn to Celtic Park. The fans, the pundits, even rival supporters, everyone's waiting to see how this story unfolds because, make no mistake, this isn't just another young player joining a big club. This feels like the beginning of something special. Celtic have a history of finding gems, and Mills might be their next great discovery. The thought of him linking up with Tierney, marauding down the wing, feeding the likes of Kyogo and Maeda, it's the kind of attacking football that could light up the Scottish game once more. The city of Glasgow thrives on passion, on stories of ambition and belief, and Mills' journey has all the makings of a modern football fairy tale. For now, it's still a rumor, a whisper carried through pubs and podcasts. But in football, those whispers often become roars. And if the noise around Harley Mills is anything to go by, the roar of the Celtic faithful won't be far behind. Hello, fan. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, as it means a lot to Celtic FC. Also, share your opinion about the news in the comments below. See you in the next video.